when things get tough, when things get challenging, that's a better word to use. When things get challenging, there's two things that I remind myself in the core of the challenge. Maybe more than that, but we'll talk about two. One is, this is all gonna end. Eventually, I'm not gonna be able to play this game no more. This whole game is over. Game over. That's it. It's done. I won't have to deal with any of this. In this vessel, anyways. This deal will be gone. Maybe you can see my old school videos on YouTube, but after that, it's done. The second thing is to know that these challenges, it's an opportunity to try out what you've learned, to try out what you've learned to be patient, to try out what you've learned to persevere, to get through the BS. No matter how messed up it is. There's going to be messed up. There's going to be like hella challenges. Challenges that make you cry. Challenges that hurt. There's going to be challenges that make you feel all the other feelings on the menu. But those are the tests to see how you do. Because it's easier to do all this training and practicing to become the version of you that you would admire when everything's all sunshine, when everything's all summertime. But that's when you're conditioning. That's when you're practicing. That's like practice. That's like scrimmage. But when you're trying to do that thing and you hit your finger, or you're trying to do that thing and you break it, or you're trying to do that thing and the power keeps on going out or whatever, I don't know. Your camera's not working if you do camera related. Whatever thing that you're into, whatever thing that you do, that you love or that you have to do, and you got to get it done, and some shit keeps on happening that's keeping you from doing it. Those days. Sit back and you think about it. I'm sure you could relate, you know. Maybe that phone call that you're trying to do, but there's a bunch of racket that keeps on coming on and coming off, coming on and coming off. Or you're trying, I'm not even going to get into more examples. I think if you can understand, what is it? If you know, you know. The challenging days. And I know that's just little simple challenging days. You're trying to hammer a nail and it bends, whatever, big deal. But I know there's also going to be bigger challenges. There's going to be bigger challenges that could maybe go, your aggravation needle will go from 0 to 100 real quick. Or there's going to be different situations that you have no control of that are getting you so like, oh, like, dang it, you know. The two things that I try to remember in those times, and it doesn't matter whether it's a level 10 or a level 1. 0, it's where it's easy. Summertime, everything's cool. I'm going to try all this. Positive thoughts and, keep my vibration up and be the source of what I'm seeking. All that good stuff. When everything is at 0 and you practice all those things, it's way easier. It's when you have a challenge that's at level 1 that like, oh, dang, I'm not at like, oh, I gotta try this. Yeah, that's when you try it. That's game day. That's like an easy game, level 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 10. When you got a level 10 one, that's when it's like, oh my God, this is real tough. I don't know how to do this. That you may trip and fall. You may not. You may get the big F. You may fail. You're gonna have challenges. You're gonna have small challenges. You're gonna have big challenges. Before living a life on purpose, before living a designed life, you just let the self handle those. The self would be acting a fool whatever way it needed to in order to let the self be known that, I'm feeling this way. That's of the self. if you want to live a higher version of you, if you want to be the version of you that you would admire, then you know how to handle those moments, or at least you do your best during those challenges, during those tests. You'll fail some, you'll pass some, but the test will happen in the whole course of this really cool ass ride.